So from a coaching and development perspective, I mean, this is your field of expertise for the last 20 years. I know you just recently did some work with Judo Fanatics about,
Yep.
advanced fundamentals. And the way we throw the word out fundamentals, me as a coach, you think about what's important in judo. How do you create good judo players? How has judo changed for you, like in the coaching sphere for over the last 20 years, or more specifically, maybe in the last 10 to 15 years, where you have athletes that have kind of come onto the scene, like guys like Zantaraya from Ukraine, who brought this whole new level of like athleticism and kind of new things to the sport that are athletic and things that just a little bit different than the way we've done things in the past. How has this changed the way that you coach your athletes in regards to fundamentals? When I know the young athletes want to see some of this crazy stuff they see in the IGF tour, some of this extremely high level stuff. How do you hold them back and kind of hold the reins back and say, look, these guys have fundamentals that you may not understand. It's important to get to the fundamentals before you try this high level stuff.
I think you hit it right on the nose. You know what? I'm gonna use again. I come from a family of artists, so I use this a lot of times. Is you know what? If you see the greatest artists in the world, okay, the Picassos, the Monets, all these fantastic people that are known for revolutionizing how art is. If you actually go back and learn, they were perfect classical painters before they were able to advance to something that was now revolutionary and different. But they were first, they had those fundamentals of good judo, understanding how the throws, the mechanics, they're just taught to stand up. Again, those fundamentals. Again, you look at Japanese judo and you look at, oh, look, he's doing a one-handed this and a one-handed that. And this, yes, but let's look at their Uchikomi for Saonegi. Oh, it's perfect. Osoto. Oh, it's perfect. It's the reason that is they can do all that other stuff is because those fundamentals are so good. Getting that to be done at the national level, at the provincial or state level for you guys, club level, it's a challenge. For me in Canada, other sports take our best athletes.
Yeah.
Right.
Same here in the States.
So the Zantaraya is not coming through the door. Right. Whereas you go to those other countries and it's like, oh, we're going to take this guy, that guy, that guy, and all those ones that can do those flips and turns and everything and all those incredible, all those spectacular things. That's not usually what's coming through the door in a judo club. And if it is, they're probably also doing other sports where coaches are saying, quit judo.
Right.
So for us, it's like, yeah, you know what? We have to work within our system that we can manage for those kids. Can you do the most basic gymnastics? Great. Let's start that at a young age. Let's start making sure that they're athletic. Let's make sure how are we going to get them strong?
Right.
When do you start your weight training program? When do you actually, and how does your weight training program advance? And are you doing judo specific things? What age do they start doing the judo specific things? So, it's really, again, it's that combination of all those little things, but teaching good judo right from the start. Can they throw in all four directions? First thing, can they throw in all four directions? Do they have a number one throw? And what is that number one throw? Because if you can have a number one throw, then you can throw in all four directions effectively. Like I know a lot of coaches say, oh, we have to throw in all four directions, but they're not good in all four directions. Right? Yeah. Let's start with, hey, I have a killer tile. Great. Now let's build on that killer tile. That makes sense. Let's hear again, it's really that building that foundation that you can manage. And then understanding, it's like I say to a lot of people, I say, great, you're getting good at the clinch against a bunch of people that aren't good at the clinch.
Yeah.
Yeah, go to Europe and clinch up and see what happens, right? Not saying that you can't do it, but don't walk into, like, again, if you're a cadet, walk into the Cadet World Championships against a Georgian and clinch up with them. See how that goes. You might be unsuccessful, doing a inside grip sleeve control, but at least you're going to fight something that maybe that Georgian isn't so good at, compared to, oh, I'm going to clinch up with a guy from Canada or the US.